Namaste yogis. Welcome to your practice. This is Stephen from YogaWorks, and today we'll do a short core stability flow. Core always sounds a little bit daunting, like your abs already start to hurt when you just hear the word, but it doesn't have to be this way. We'll just bring a little bit of awareness to our center, the front, the sides, and the back, and see if we can keep this stable against some of the movements that we'll be doing with our arms and our legs. Let's start with good old cat and cow. Really good core work. Remember, in yoga, the core is not just the muscles around your abdominals, but actually the whole spinal region from your pelvic floor to the neck, to the throat. So we're moving that whole area through flexion and extension. And this just brings a nice awareness and movement to that whole central region. Can you get the pelvic tilt involved, really lifting the tailbone up as you arch your back, and then really tilting the tailbone under as you round your back. Just get a bit of movement in. And if you want to add a bit of more of a core element to this cat and cow, tuck your toes under, hover your knees just above the mat, and then try cat-cow again. And it's suddenly a whole other level of intensity. I'm sure you'll notice it's a bit less range of motion in the spine. One more. Good, set the knees back down, and then just stretch your right leg back without lifting it too high. Maximum hip height, I actually prefer it to be a little bit lower than the hip so that your spine can stay in a good, stable position. And then reach the left arm forward. And I will introduce a movement by tapping the left hand to the right knee and then reaching the arm and the leg out again. Can you do this while keeping your lower back really stable? One more. Tap and reach out and place it down. Second side, left leg back. Lift it up a bit, not too high, so that your spine can work on the stabilizing element. Now keep your core really strong. Reach your right arm forward and then start to move. Right hand taps, left knee and reach. The movement is secondary. It's just to give our core something to stabilize against. Just to give it some movement input. Keep really strong around your center. One more. And then reach out and place it down. Now place your right forearm, left forearm, let's start on the left, on the mat at a bit of an angle, and step your feet out into forearm side plank. You can do with your top arm whatever you want. I often like to reach it up, maybe even make a fist. And then hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Second side, I'm going to turn this way so you can see better. Right forearm at a diagonal. Feet, I like them in front of each other so I can use the inner thighs a little bit more, and then lift the hips up. And stretch your left arm up to the ceiling. I'm pushing the right elbow and the feet down and lifting the hips up. And of course the side body, especially the bottom side, has to work really hard. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Lie down on your belly. And then reach your hands back. We'll do a few rounds of locust pose. Locust is just where we lift everything up, the head, chest, the shoulders, the arms and the legs. and then lower down. Lift, lower. 3 more, lift, lower. Last 2, crunch up your whole backside. Lower, 1 more, lift, and lower. Make a pillow with the hands, rest for a second. Let the breath settle. And then slowly coming up, step to the front of your mat, mountain pose. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Use your belly to pull yourself down. Inhale, now we're using core but on the back side to lift the chest nice and high. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, either chaturanga or all the way down. It's up to you. Inhale, you can stay with the locusts or upward facing dog, might feel good here. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. From here, look forward, bend your knees, hop into sitting, and go straight into boat pose. Couple of times, straighten the legs, lower back down, lifting up. Lower, and knees to shoulders. Lower, and lift up. 2 more, and lift up. Last one. Lower, lift up, hold, maybe straighten the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your legs, step back or hop back. You're welcome to do another vinyasa in between. Or just go to downward facing dog where we'll all meet. Take a breath. And step your right foot forward. Turn the left heel down, come up into warrior 2. Nice, place your right elbow on the right thigh. Left hand, keep it on the left hip for this one, because we're more focused on the core stability. Now with a pose like this, it's very easy to just drop your weight into the feet and into this elbow on the thigh and to kind of switch off around the core, which is not what we want to be doing in yoga. So instead, we'll do this little practice where we'll be making the right elbow a little bit lighter. So just see if you can lift it up away from your right thigh. Of course, if you need it there, otherwise you collapse into the pose, then you need it there, right? But if you don't strictly need it there, I will suggest you reach that arm forward, like you're presenting a platter to the front. And just feel how this switches on your core, your side, your obliques. And then release. Straighten the right knee. Start with the right hand somewhere in your right shin, just to have some support. And then roll the top shoulder back for triangle pose. Again, very easy here to drop all your weight into the feet, to lean heavily on that right arm, and to switch off the muscles around the center. To avoid that, lift pelvic floor, draw all these muscles together towards your center here, and then see if it's possible to make this right hand lighter. And again, maybe reach it forward as if you're presenting something to the front. 3, 2, 1. Slowly come up. Now we're going to be transferring our weight onto the right leg for a version of half moon pose, which will require more core stabilization than normal. So half moon is just lifting the left leg, but now in this variation we'll reach the right hand forward and the left arm back. So we've practiced this in 2 other poses. Stretch out to both sides and slowly come out, and just feel how much your core has had to activate to hold you up against gravity. Good. Downward dog. Let's do the second side. Left foot forward, right foot down, right heel down. I like the heels to be in the same line, but you can experiment to see what feels good in your body. Once your feet are placed carefully, lower the left elbow to your left thigh, right hand to right hip. Just consider this for a moment. You've got this construction, straight back leg, quite a deep bend in the front knee, and then this elbow is bearing a lot of weight from your upper body down onto that left foot. Now, I'm going to remove that support, again to invite our core to get in on the action. So just test for a moment, is that left elbow, can it become a little bit lighter? Can you lift it up? If the answer is no, then keep it down, but try to make the elbows low, as light as possible. If the answer is yes, then hell yeah, we're lifting it up and reaching it forward. Stretch to the front with that arm. And now the leg, the front leg will have to work way more. And your center is on. Now lift up straight in the front leg. Start in triangle pose with your left hand supported on the left shin. Right hand, let's just keep it on the right hip. You can also lift it up, but that's not our focus today. And then once you're here, roll the top shoulder back. Stay here, or again, if it's possible, without the support of that left hand, reach it forward and just try it out. Stretch forward through the left arm, and then feel the top side of your core will be on. I hope so. Release that, rebend the front knee. Prepare to move your weight onto your left foot for that flying warrior, the half moon variation. And here we go. Transfer weight onto your left foot. Lift the right foot up. Remember, the right hip is opening to the top, towards the ceiling. Once you're ready, add the arms. Left arm forward, right arm back. Totally normal to be wobbling around a bit, and just embrace that. 3, 2, 1, and slowly release. This is really good work for those obliques, your side core, you could say, and well done. So let's just lie down on our back, preparing for bridge pose. Done some good work with the front, engaging the abdominals, with our boat poses, and the planks in the beginning. Done some good work for the obliques with our standing series, our side planks. Done a little more back core with the locusts, but I just want to add a couple more bridge poses to get that back chain also stable and fired up. In fact, that's often the missing link that we forget because it's behind us. We can't just see it so easily as the six-pack muscle, so to speak, in the front. Now place the feet hip distance. You can check and guess that it's more or less okay, and then lift the hips up. Couple of breaths here. Just use this to you squeezing the glutes. You're pressing the feet down and pulling them a bit towards you, which will activate the hamstrings. And then just feel the muscles along your lower back and along the whole spine are contracting to bring your spine into extension, which is a back bend. Lift the chest up. Doesn't have to be your deepest back bend ever. We just want to feel the back muscles, the whole back line of the body contracting, lifting up so that the front can expand. Two more slower breaths. Inhale. Exhale, stay up for one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, really slowly lower yourself down to the mat. We'll end with a brief resting pose. I prefer to turn onto my belly for this one. Rest your hands on the hands, or rest your head on the hands for a moment. Make a little pillow. We've brought awareness to our center to create more stability. Now see if you can direct a couple of breaths into your belly, into your waist, and into your lower back, which is the area that we have been strengthening and stabilizing. It can feel really soothing to feel the belly rise and fall as it presses into the mat here. Can you also notice as you inhale, the curve of the lower back is lessened a bit. You're inflating the lower back like a tire. And as you exhale, just let all the air out of the tire and let everything deflate. If you have a little bit more time, it's a really good idea to just lie here for a few more minutes. Repeat that soothing breathing exercise of breathing into the belly, feeling the pressure on the mat. Or if your time is up, your yoga time is up, then I'll say goodbye and I hope to see you again soon. Namaste, thanks for practicing.